Alright, so your first demo for 2-point perspective is going to be cubes, just to get you started. So when we do this, you won't use pen, I'm just using it so that you guys can see what I'm doing. I'll explain this in class, but you're going to line up the end of your ruler with the end of your paper, and roughly in the middle, you're going to draw your horizon line. I'm actually going to draw this one with pencil. There we go. And then I'm going to come at the very end of the horizon line on one side and put a dot, and put a dot on the other end. These are our vanishing points. We can refer to them as V1 and V2. Okay? So, we're doing 2-point perspective, which means you have to use 2 vanishing points. Unlike one perspective where the vanishing point can be anywhere on your line, in our case, our vanishing points for 2-point have to be on the ends. So, now what we're going to do, you'll be doing this with pencil, I'm just doing it with color so you can see and tell the difference. You're going to come on your paper, I don't care where on your paper, you're going to come in and draw these like 1-inch lines. One in this top area, preferably far away from your horizon line. Then you're going to come to your horizon line, lining up with the bottom of your paper. That's what I'm doing here with my hand. I'm using my thumb to straighten it out. And I want just as much above it as I want below the horizon line. And then you could come back over here and draw this next one, but we have more room, so we're just going to come here. I'm going to line up. And I'm going to come down just like the top one and draw it far away from my horizon line. So, I got 3 lines. So, we're going to start with our top one. So, you all, like I said, using pencil. If it is a vertical, so straight up and down, or horizontal line, it's going to line up with the edge of your paper each and every last time. Versus if it is any type of diagonal or converging line, it's going to lead back to one of 2 points. If it is a diagonal on this side of your line, it's going to lead back to V1. If it is on this side of the line, you're going to lead back to V2. So, I start at the top of my line, and if you have a pencil, what you'll do is you'll put the pencil on it, line it up with V1, vanishing point 1, and you'll draw a line. Okay? So, that should look like that. I'm doing this with color so you can see. And then I'm going to take that same point, and this is why you're not working in pen because it bleeds. I'm going to turn my paper to make it work for me. There we go. I'm going to put my pencil at the top of the line, lead it to V2. Just like before, come in, so you can see it. Okay? Now, what I don't want to do is I don't want to do vertical lines yet. What I want to do is now take from the bottom of the line and go to V1 and V2. So, go like that. I'm going to hold off on inking this right now because I want to see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to, just like before, turn it, make it work for you. Okay. Now make your vertical lines. You're going to decide how wide you want yours. I kind of already predetermined mine. I'm going to put my pencil here, line up with the bottom of the paper, and draw to that line. I'm going to come to this side, decide how wide I want it to be, line up with the bottom of the paper. Okay. So, those are perfectly vertical lines, just like I told you. They're going to be that way because they should be straight up and down because you lined up with the paper. This is why we don't freehand. So now, because it's above the horizon line, it's above our eye line, which is called the horizon line, we're going to see the bottom of the box, but not the top. So, what this looks like is now where these two lines meet, you grab from here, you could go to V1. And just like that, you're going to grab this one and go to V2. Okay? That is your first box. This is the bottom. Okay. Ideally, we wouldn't have these lines left over, but I want you to be able to track it. So, then we're going to move on to this one, which means I'm changing colors. Just like before, you use your ruler from the top part of your line, go back to V1, go to V2, and I just did that with complete and utter determination that that was going to be in pen. And then you do the same thing with the bottom, go to V1 and 2. And here. Now, this box is going to be 100% on our eye level, so we're not going to see the top or the bottom. We're just going to see to the sides. So just like this, where we drew these. So we did this part, we did this part. Now we're going to draw vertical lines. We're going to decide how wide we want it. I want mine this wide. And then this one, I want this wide. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and erase the horizon line that's inside my box. But there you go. So for your middle one, you're not going to see top or bottom. Then for our last one, it's going to be like this, just kind of in reverse. You're going to lead this point, the bottom point, to V1. I am going to be smart this time. And the bottom, and then you're going to lead it to V2. And then you're going to lead the top to V1. And the top to V2. And then just like with the others, I'm going to come in and do my edges, my vertical lines, lead them up by lining up with the edge of the paper. And then just like this one, now I'm going to take this one and go to V2, and this one and go to V1. So, I'm going to line up. And then this one to V2. I'm not going to draw through my other box. I'm going to do that. And then just like with that, because it's below the horizon line, you're going to see the top of it, but not the bottom. All right?